There's a lot of talk right now about an initiative called Project 2025. This is the most well-funded and expansive effort that we've ever seen from the Conservative movement to overhaul the federal government. And it's been framed as a blueprint for what a second-term Trump administration would look like. But Donald Trump recently disavowed Project 2025. We've been reporting on it in depth for more than 2 years. So let's unpack exactly what Project 2025 is and what it isn't. Every 4 years, both Liberal and Conservative groups prepare policy plans and lists of personnel to staff the next administration, whether it be Republican or Democrat. What's different about Project 2025 is its scale. The Heritage Foundation, a powerful right-wing think tank, has convened more than 100 conservative groups to develop policy plans such as reversing approval for abortion drugs, bringing the Justice Department under more direct presidential control, removing employment protections for many civil servants, and a very aggressive immigration enforcement program. So is Donald Trump engaged in Project 2025? No. Donald Trump has no interest in transition planning. In fact, he's hostile to the very idea of it. He is superstitious and sees these conversations as a distraction from his goal of winning the election. But that doesn't tell the whole story. Many of these policies within Project 2025 are being led by people who not only served in senior roles in the first-term Trump administration, but have remained close with Donald Trump and would likely serve in senior roles in a second term. And while Trump himself has very specifically distanced himself from Project 2025 on certain policy areas, for example, his opposition to a national abortion ban.
The states will determine by vote or legislation or perhaps both, and whatever they decide must be the law of the land.
In many other cases, there is very tight overlap with ideas that Trump himself has articulated on the campaign trail. Trump has promised to direct the Justice Department to prosecute his political adversaries.
I will appoint a real special prosecutor to go after the most corrupt president in the history of the United States of America, Joe Biden.
He wants to replace thousands of government workers with people loyal to him and his agenda.
I will totally obliterate the deep state.
And he's promised the largest domestic deportation operation.
The largest domestic deportation operation in American history.
He's even promised to use the US military to wage war.
On the cartels.
Inside Mexico. Some of these ideas represent radical breaks with norms and precedents. But you don't need Project 2025 to tell you that. You can hear it directly from the former president himself.